with a different video for you guys today. Today I'm flying to Dubai for IBM Tech 2024 and I thought why not film some of it and show you guys what I get up to in Dubai. So it's currently 8:40 p.m. My flight leaves at 2 a.m. So we're going to head to the Brisbane airport now and fly to Dubai. Let's go. So I made it to Dubai for IBM Tech 2024. It was a long flight, 14 hours, but I had a whole row to myself, so that was pretty cool. I got to lay down horizontal and actually get some sleep. Checked in here, we've got free Wi-Fi, which is an IBM Tech specific Wi-Fi, so that's pretty cool. I've just connected my laptop, FaceTimed with my wife, had a quick chat about how my son and daughter are going, rough time sleeping. But I'm just going to get some work done now, and then we need to head down and pick up badges and do all the check-in stuff. So I'll show you out my window. I've got a nice view of the Burj Khalifa behind me there. So pretty cool view from my hotel window. And otherwise, I'm just going to do some code reviews, a little bit of work, and then head downstairs and get signed in. Pretty interesting fact about the Burj Khalifa. I live in a place called Tambourine Mountain, so obviously a mountain. And that building is taller than my mountain. So that is pretty cool, pretty fun fact. But welcome to Dubai. So I've checked in for the event now. I've got my name tag, which has a QR code on it. It's discreetly been hidden by my hand. So now it's basically just about following the agenda that's been laid out for me. So we look at my agenda for tomorrow. We have breakfast at 6 to 8 a.m. Then we have a plenary session from 8 to 11:30, lunch until 1. And then I'm heading to the Stars Explorer Museum for my recreation event. And then some free time from 5 to 6. And then we have a welcome dinner from 6 till 10. So I'm not really sure how much of this I'm allowed to share. I figure I will just film it and then we'll see, what I am and I'm allowed to share, and I'll take things out accordingly. I guess the main reason I want to do it though is I actually found it really hard to find any information about this event online, probably because it is an IBM internal and Red Hat internal event. But if we look at my agenda for Thursday, for an example, without going into the actual specifics, I've got a very quantum computing and AI heavy agenda. So I'm doing a few quantum computing tracks, developing quantum applications and algorithms. I've got some information on Watson, AI and automation. I deliberately left out a lot of the Red Hat content because I feel like I already know what Red Hat's doing with Ansible Lightspeed and OpenShift AI and things like that. So my Thursday is kind of where everything happens for me. I do a celebration dinner from 7 till 9:30, and then I'll basically come back to the hotel room. And from there, I will be having a shower, getting changed, checking out and heading to the airport because my flight leaves at 2:55 a.m. Friday morning. So Thursday will really be the last day of the event for me, and it's the one that's full of all the events. So I got no real other updates for today. I just need to go and find myself some dinner for tonight and then get stuck into the event starting tomorrow. So I'll get back with an update and let you know how that museum goes and anything else I think is interesting enough to share. pretty slack at filming on the second day. But basically the first day was really interesting. That Museum of the Future that you saw some clips of there was pretty cool. Basically a story of how we can move forward with energy production and rejuvenating some of the life that has been lost on Earth and life that will be lost on Earth, and how we deal with climate change into the future. So it's a pretty cool museum, lots of futuristic things, some pretty far-fetched things that are probably unlikely to happen, but then you kind of finish off on a level where there's more realistic things like smart home automation, electric cars, electric bikes. Yeah, generally a pretty cool place. And the second day was just absolutely chock-a-block full of activities. I got up at 5 a.m, spoke with my family, had breakfast at 6, and then the session started from 8. So it was just full on all the way until about 5 p.m, and then I had an hour break, and then we went and had the celebration dinner that went through until about 10 o'clock, and then it was straight to the airport for me. So I've got some clips here, but I'll insert them after this, but the flight home was a grueling 13 hours. I couldn't sleep. It was basically a full flight, so I didn't get the full road to myself. And then when I finally arrived in Brisbane 13 hours later, I still had to drive myself home. So I arrived home at about midnight and just absolutely passed out. I'd been awake for about 38 hours at that point. So the silver lining of not being able to sleep on the plane home was that I got to see the sun rise and set on Friday from 33,000 feet. That's pretty cool thing. And I watched a lot of Peaky Blinders, which is a pretty cool series on Netflix if you haven't seen it already. So I hope you've enjoyed the little that I did film of my Dubai experience. It was a very cool thing to be invited on. I feel very honoured to have been there and included in that. It's really interesting to see what IBM's working on for the future with quantum and with AI. They did a good job telling the story where they've come from and where they're planning to take that technology. I'll try and find some links of publicly available information about their quantum story. I guess one thing I didn't realize before attending was with quantum, we always hear about how quantum's going to break encryption and it's going to make all these things that are currently secure insecure, and it's going to revolutionize genome sequencing and disease and all those kinds of things. But at the moment, because of the errors that are present in the qubit system, we don't really have a good way of ensuring the answers a quantum computer gives us are accurate. So the only real equations we're doing today are ones that we can verify with classical computing. So if you think something that's really hard for a classical computer to compute, but easy for a classical computer to verify, that's the type of things we currently use quantum computers for. Whereas in the future, we're looking at introducing error correction and making sure that the information we get back from the quantum computer is accurate and verifiable, and we can be sure in those results. And that will be where quantum computing really takes on a path of its own and is able to revolutionize the world we live in. So it's pretty interesting to be a part of those talks. It's interesting to learn more about how they work and where they've come from. It was also really cool to meet people that I work with all the time, people that I know the names, I've been in meetings with, but I've never seen them in person, so that was really cool. And also meeting people that I wouldn't otherwise have a reason to meet. I met lots of people from IBM that I wouldn't otherwise have a reason to talk to, and they had some interesting stories. They work on some very interesting things. Obviously met a lot of people from Red Hat as well, people that work on OpenShift as site reliability engineers, product managers, project managers, software engineers, obviously, technical support people, software maintenance engineers. So really cool experience. I'm really glad I was able to be there, and I hope you enjoyed me sharing the experience with you.